New photos and epic bloopers from Wednesday season 2 appeared online and you simply can't miss them. The cast has shared some of the sweetest and funniest moments offset, and these pictures will surprise you. You'll see which bloopers were accidentally left in the show, which actors became close friends behind the cameras, and what your favorite characters look like outside their roles. This video brings you the most charming and unexpected photos from the Wednesday season 2 cast. In the new season, new faces appear, and one of them is Enid's love interest, the werewolf Bruno. Bruno joins Nevermore Academy as a freshman and becomes very close with Enid. Their many shared scenes created many photos behind the cameras, proving how close the actors became. And it's no wonder, as they had to share some very intimate moments. We get a glimpse behind the scenes of one of these moments. Following the story, Enid and Bruno are kidnapped by a mysterious stalker of Wednesday. It's a prank so Wednesday can find Enid and solve the mystery. But while Enid and Bruno are locked in a tower and chained to chairs, they finally get a moment alone and kiss. That's how we got such cute rehearsal photos of the actors laughing and lying on mattresses. Another photo shows them looking in straight into the camera as it hangs above them, and of course, they didn't miss the chance to take a photo between takes. Comment below, how many times do you think they kissed to get the perfect scene? But the cast didn't just bond during filming. We also got many sweet photos of them spending time outside the set. It's no surprise they often hung out in a big group, since many scenes required them all together. But don't you agree the connection between Bruno and Enid looks very real? While we are curious about these two, let's take a look at how the actors lived all this time. Wednesday season 2 was filmed in Ireland and lasted around 6 months, so it was essential to prepare a comfortable place for cast and crew to live. Huge areas with comfortable trailers were built so every actor could rest, eat, and spend free time between scenes. These spaces became like a second home for the cast, and many of the photos we now see were taken in those very areas. Now let's talk about another new face who became one of the season's most memorable characters, Agnes Deil. Agnes is a 13-year-old freshman at Nevermore Academy with the special ability to become invisible. Among the students, she's known as a vanisher. Across all episodes, Agnes becomes Wednesday's #1 fan. She constantly tries to win Wednesday's admiration, following her around, helping where she can, and even causing a bit of trouble. This is the first major role for young actress Evie Templeton, and many already say her performance shows signs of a very bright future. According to her fellow cast members, filming with Evie was a special experience. They all praised her ability to completely immerse herself in a scene, even when surrounded by more experienced actors. One thing that stood out during her audition was her expressive eyes. That detail helped secure her the part. Evie herself has already shared a lot of behind-the-scenes photos from filming and promised there will be even more. So be sure to watch future videos on the channel. But there's an interesting story about how she was cast. Before being confirmed, Evie had to pass a chemistry test with Jenna Ortega and Emma Myers, who play Wednesday and Enid. This test wasn't done in person. It was actually a Zoom call. The producer said the logic was simple. If the three of them looked good together on video, they would definitely look good on screen. But surprisingly, her first filmed scene wasn't the first meeting of Agnes and Wednesday in episode 1. The first scene the actresses had to shoot took place in episode 3, and it included Wednesday, Enid, and Agnes, where she says the line, "Don't bother, pup, you won't see me anyway," referring to Enid's superpower to become a werewolf. Be sure to comment below if you also enjoy her performance. The cast of Wednesday quickly became like a family, and countless behind-the-scenes pictures prove it. But not every member of the family is a full person. One of the most surprising stars of the show is Thing, the iconic disembodied hand from the Addams family. Many fans assumed Thing was created with CGI, but these new photos reveal the truth. The hand actually belongs to talented actor Victor Dorobantu, and unlike other actors who use their whole body to express emotion, Victor conveys feelings using only his hand and fingers. The behind-the-scenes photos show how some of the most epic moments were filmed. To make the scenes work, Victor had to hide his entire body in a blue suit, leaving only his wrist. The blue color of the suit allowed editors to remove Victor's body in post-editing and keep only his hand in the frame. Creativity was key, and actor constantly found ways to adapt himself to the new scene. What's even more surprising is that many of his action scenes weren't CGI at all. They were real physical actions. One example is the intense scene in season 2 when Wednesday is tied up in the maniac's lair. Thing jumps from the head of a doll and attacks the villain. And this wasn't digital. Victor actually smashed the doll's head himself. So be sure to comment below, how many dolls do you think were broken filming that moment? In another part of the same scene, Thing kicks the maniac. In this scene, we often see Victor's real hand, but in some moments it's actually CGI and not the actor. Watch it again and share if you spotted the CGI moments. Of course, no look behind the scenes would be complete without the star of the show, Jenna Ortega. Everyone knows how much effort Jenna put into creating Wednesday's character. She didn't just act, she trained for months in German, fencing, and even cello playing. Yes, every cello scene you see on screen is played by Jenna herself. She started lessons months before filming began and continued to practice during the production. Another surprising skill she learned was how not to blink on camera. This tradition started during her very first scene in season 1. The director loved the effect of her frozen eyes so much that he asked her to keep it going. So she did, and for 2 full seasons you won't find Wednesday blinking. Except for one crucial moment. In season 2, a small blooper slipped through. In one scene, Jenna couldn't hold her eyes open any longer and had to blink. If you watch closely, you'll even notice her glancing right after straight to the camera. And yes, the scene was left in the final cut. Comment below, was that left in by mistake or on purpose? We also see Jenna with her hairstylist Nirvana Jalvand, who has been with her since the very first day of filming. Wednesday's signature bangs weren't random. They were carefully designed before filming and then maintained with precision for every scene. So Nirvana became a key part of bringing Wednesday's look to life. Another makeup detail revealed in photos is Wednesday's black tears. Many viewers thought these were CGI, but they were actually real makeup applied each time Jenna had to film a vision. But in one episode, this choice led to another blooper. When Wednesday sits with her mother Morticia sharing details of the vision, we see black tears traces on her face. At one moment, her makeup is simple. In the next second, she suddenly has darker lipstick and a heavier look. Then in the following shot, it goes back again. Comment below if you noticed this moment while watching season 2, and if it can be considered a blooper. The rest of the cast shared fun behind the scenes photos too. In season 1, we get acquainted with Ajax, who is a gorgon, which means his hair is real snakes that can turn a person into stone with just one look. Of course, all the snakes were added in post-production, but the way they were created is very funny. The actor playing Ajax showed his bald cap covered in colorful dots, which acted as guides for the CGI snakes. These dots signaled to the editors exactly where the snakes had to be placed in post-production. And no, the actor didn't shave his head, it was all special effects makeup. But one actor who really did shave for the role was Uncle Fester. So send lots of love and white hearts to support his decision. Moving forward, we get a collection of fun cast selfies. As usual, while characters may fight on screen, the actors often become best friends. Ajax and Bruno, who play Enid's ex and new boyfriend, posed together hugging and smiling. Pugsley and Eugene also shared a behind-the-scenes shot of their zombie honey experiment. In the show, they feed the zombie guy with honey, but shortly after they receive it back in a slightly different form. We still don't have behind-the-scenes footage of this moment, and for sure, the view of the actors being sprayed with this liquid would be priceless. But this behind-the-scenes photo gives us a glimpse of the overall atmosphere after the shot. One of the most heartwarming photos came from the actor playing Pugsley. He recreated a picture standing by the same car in the same spot, but with 3 years between the shots. The difference is shocking, so comment below if it surprised you too. But let's be honest, filming wasn't all work. Between takes, the cast invented games to pass time. One video shows the whole team playing a game in a circle. Here we see Enid, Bruno, Ajax, Pugsley, and Eugene. The rules of the game are quite simple. Each player tries to hit another's hand while dodging the incoming strike. If you get hit, you're out. Just the same game can also be seen in behind-the-scenes footage from season 1, where Enid and Wednesday are killing time between takes. The cast also filmed short TikToks. One of the funniest clips shows Enid asking viewers to watch her bestie while she's away. And for 20 seconds, Wednesday just sits completely still, staring without blinking, perfectly in character. All these photos and clips prove how much fun the cast had while working on such an intense and dark show. From bloopers to selfies, from real stunts to CGI secrets. Season 2 gave us an even closer look at how Wednesday is made. Get comfy as there are many more to see. While you are watching, comment below your favorite character from the new season and which behind-the-scenes photo you loved most.